want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view, hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in one.
Now, the good news, Coach, is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Okay, ready?
Check, 59. Here we go. Kill.
There.
Check out.
Speed grip.
On first down, it's Waters. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
You draw Porter. Go. Get it.
Second and 1. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Bilal Nichols able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Look at me. Zipper.
Be ready. Hey, check right.
Here's the first carry for Northwestern's Justin Jackson. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This will be taken at the 10. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bears take over. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 16.
Tighten up.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, good. Backside guys, that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
Credit the tackle that time to Deshaun Hand.
2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
We own them. Slam.
Alert.
He's crossing. He's checking crack.
General West.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram, and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Switch.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Second and 3. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Check it out, read. Show it.
Back to throw. Watt. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Tight dog.
They run on first down with Jackson. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Let's go. 60 or.
Let's get that ball, man.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watt. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
45 to Mike. All day.
From the gun, Watt. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Well, one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Now Trubisky on first down. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14 yards in a Chicago first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Check 43. Hey, watch this, watch it.
Lock in, lock in.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Able to find Shaheen here.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Running right, here's Sanders. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's get off the field, D.
Now it's Trubisky. He's got it to Hilton. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Hilton's first catch, good for a first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they come up now 2nd and goal. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Mike, 180.
Oh, you got D? Check 9, check 9.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
They'll try to run with Sanders, and he'll be taken down here at about the 11. And 3 yards on the carry there as his defense holds strong and takes it to 4th and goal. This situation in the fourth quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They'll run on first down. Jackson. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on 2nd down. Watt. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Lions on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Yeah. Check 45, come on. Check 45. Ready?
Operating from the gun. Watt. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their 2 drives thus far both led to points, albeit both field goals, so the lead just 6-0, but the ability to move the ball is evident.
No, that's, heartening, as they say, but it's not what they're about. What they're about is putting the ball in the end zone and putting 6s on the board. So if you're the offensive coordinator, you like what you're doing, but you don't love it. You've got to find a way to ring that bell. Then you can have a little self-satisfied grin. Right now, a little more determination is needed.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Alert. Mike 51.
Now it's Trubisky. Complete to Hilton. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10, and he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. From the shotgun is Trubisky, and the grab by Croft. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Joker.
Now a carry for Sanders. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Get up! 180! Watch the slant. Watch tight end. 3 down.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy? I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
On second down, this is Jackson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Lions on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Watt. And Robinson with a big catch. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down.
Mike 58 right there.
Operating from the gun. Watt. He'll hit Jackson, complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's 2nd and 8. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, Watt. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
Now Trubisky to throw. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And the Bears first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
18.
I got you. Check 99. Check 99.
Anunwa's got it, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On first and 10, it's Sanders. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick.
There we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Another run here with Sanders. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Trump, 180. Red, Trump.
59 Mike. Check.
Trump.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all nothing offensively in this game. Yet, they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
On first down. It's Sanders, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Come on, QB, come on.
Hey, 18.
51 the mark, boy, 51.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Alert. D-line, get that quarterback.
Another run with Sanders, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Ashawn Robinson coming out of the University of Alabama, a big, physical, intimidating force who had to learn to play with more leverage. Otherwise, he was going to get blown off the ball in the NFL. Looks like he's learning his lessons after that play.
Trubisky will throw. The catch made by Miller. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Hey, switch gears.
Hey, alert.
They'll run on first down. It's Sanders, and he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll go again with Sanders, and he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
That stuff ain't working.
Set up. 180.
Minus 40. Watch the pass. Check. Lucky.
On third down, they turn to Sanders, and they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that will make our score 9-0. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A running play on first down will get 4 up to the 29. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
First down, Lions.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Watch the slant. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
Here we go. Now.
Looking to throw. Wow. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. The end result, 21 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On 1st and 10. Watt. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Wide, get wide. Pilot, 64, weak. Shoot.
On the carry, it's Bawden.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
As diverse as the running game has become in the NFL, there's still a place for the fullback position. And on that play, he gained nice yardage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Watt. Robinson's got it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I'll just figure this out.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Travis Fulgham, his first touchdown on the year, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Well, you know you can't get all the points back at once, but baby steps, a good start.
A start that was sorely needed because this team looked like they might be out of this one, but getting a touchdown, getting back into it, gives them hope as they move forward.
Back now at Soldier Field, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, it's Sanders. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
22 yards there, a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run on 1st down. Sanders. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 39-yard line.
Sit up! 180!
3 bud.
Rush in!
Hey, alert 3!
Ran, tough! 80 weapon! Ran, tough!
Here's Trubisky to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jarrett Davis able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
Check, 59.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air.
The Lions take over 1st and 10.
Keep playing hard.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Good track. Watch the
Chopper! Bravo! Clear.
2nd and 4. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
The Lions on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4.
58 to Mike, 58.
Now!
You think you won't get this? You think you won't get this?
Hey, Charlie! Keep gripping!
From the gun, Watt. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They were trying to erase that deficit in one play.
They certainly were, but how about the reaction time and the instincts back deep to force the incompletion? We might need to mark this one down. We may look back and say, that was a game-saving play.
This is taken at the 18. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 20.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
That's track.
Switch! Randall!
Check. Pick that.
22 jet bombers, 22 jet guys!
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Sanders. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that's complete to Croft. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards into Chicago, 1st down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, Didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Kill.
Lock in. Protein spill.
13. Check 13. Kill.
On first down, it's Sanders. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Move.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Sanders. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Wide open receiver complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 34-yard line. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on first down. Sanders. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And down to the 16-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Sanders. And he'll take this one down near the 15. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the 15-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing. Check. Cross.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
It's just me and you. Slam.
They'll run with Sanders. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
A 27-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will push the lead up to 12-7. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. They've gone final now in Dallas. And it was the Rams emerging victorious. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs. Now on the return. Oh, no, the ball is loose. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Ready?
Throwing after the interception. Wow. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. I don't care if you're taking it in round one, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is will he be able to bounce back in the next one, because right now, this has not been his game.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Intended for Kenny Golladay. Incomplete. Coverage on the play by Kyle Fuller.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw. He's got a man. Complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Chicago, it's a fourth win on the year as they move to 4-9. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles.
I'ma tell you I'm a